What's the meaning of marathon? What's its connection with the Olympics, ancient Greece, and the herb called fennel? All this and more coming up. Do keep watching. But first, if you haven't already, please subscribe to The English Nut on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you. A marathon is a long-distance foot race. It was introduced at the revival of the Olympics in 1896. The organizers called this race a marathon to honor a Greek soldier named Phidippides, according to some accounts, who is said to have run about 40 kilometers from a place called Marathon to Athens to announce the victory of Greece over Persia in the Battle of Marathon in 490 BC. This victory was particularly significant because the Greeks were vastly outnumbered by the Persians. After fighting in the battle, Phidippides ran non-stop to Athens, burst into the assembly and announced, "We have won," before literally dropping dead. What might have prompted the soldier to run with this message to Athens was that as the Battle of Marathon was nearing its end, he noticed a Persian ship change its course to sail towards Athens. He believed that the Persians were trying to rush to Athens to announce a false victory and decided to scuttle their plan. Victorian poet Robert Browning gave his own spin to the legend in his 1879 poem Phidippides. The poem goes, "So when Persia was dust, all cried to Acropolis, run Phidippides, one race more, the meed is thy due. Athens is saved, thank Pan, go shout." He flung down his shield, ran like fire once more, and the space twixt the fennel field and Athens was stubble again, a field which a fire runs through. Till in he broke, "Rejoice, we conquer!" Like wine through clay, joy in his blood, bursting his heart, the bliss. The poem refers to a fennel field because Marathon, the name of the place, is derived from the name of the herb fennel, called maratho in Greek. Fennel is what is known as saunf in Hindi, by the way. Pan is the name of a Greek deity. Meed is a person's deserved share of honor or praise. This poem did much to popularize the legend of Phidippides in the 19th century and may have been one of the inspirations for the introduction of the marathon in the Olympics. We find the first mention of the soldier's run in Plutarch's On the Glory of Athens, written in the 1st century AD. Plutarch was a Greek philosopher and historian as well as a priest at the temple of Apollo. There is a debate about the accuracy of the marathon legend though. Herodotus, the Greek historian, tells a different story. According to him, a soldier had run before the battle from Marathon to Sparta to ask for help. He is said to have run there and back a distance of 240 kilometers each way. However, the story of the 40-kilometer run to Athens seems more realistic to me. The first marathon at the 1896 Athens Olympics followed the route that Phidippides is supposed to have taken. The length of the marathon was standardized later in 1924 to 42.195 kilometers. You might think there is some science behind this number, but there isn't. The reason for this precise distance was the decision of the British Olympic Committee to start the 1908 marathon at Windsor Castle and to finish it in front of the Royal Box at the White City Stadium in London. 42,195 meters was the precise distance between these two spots, and it became the standard for all future marathons. This sporting event was born because the organizers of the first modern Olympics in Athens in 1896 wanted to introduce a popular event that recalled the glory of ancient Greece, and now the marathon is popular around the globe. There's at least one marathon held every week somewhere or the other. I know marathoners who travel around the world to run in different marathons. The Boston Marathon is one of the most prestigious international marathons. It has been held every year since 1897, just 1 year after the first Olympic marathon. You may be surprised to learn that 1972 was the first year that women were allowed to run the Boston Marathon, and it was not until 1984 that the marathon was updated as a women's event in the Olympics. Mumbai, New Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata and Goa are some of the places where marathons are held in India. Most marathons are run over roads and trails. Marathoners usually run the entire distance, but sometimes they walk a part of the way when they are too tired to run. There are some marathons people can run using wheelchairs as well. The world record time for the marathon was set by Kenya's Eliud Kipchoge at the Berlin Marathon in 2022. He completed it in 2 hours, 1 minute and 9 seconds. You can of course use marathon in a sentence to refer to an actual race. Sharon participated in 5 marathons this year. You can also use the word to talk about some other activity of great length involving concentrated effort. She attended a marathon of 6 meetings back to back before she could clinch the deal. On Sunday, we watched a marathon of Oscar-winning movies. If you ever run a marathon, you can feel special knowing that you are participating in an event with a glorious past. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.